My guys, I was 192 pounds and I'm only 5'8", maybe 5'9" on a good day. I wasn't considered obese on paper, but I felt heavy, bloated. I was tired all the time. And I just know, I know my blood pressure at that time was high. I was just too nervous to check it. The reason why I know is because I would have headaches constantly. My scrubs would feel a little bit snug. So I wasn't feeling as good as I wanted to. And I work night shifts at a hospital, and anybody who works night shifts know that what it can do to your body. I mean, I would get off work and I would just lay down and I did not want to get back up. And I just remember one moment that made me want to say, man, I got to find some diet plan that works for me. It was actually a funny story. I was holding a piñata at my son's birthday party. You know how you hold a piñata on a stick, and my gut was hanging over. And I was like, man, what in the world done happened to me? I got to change something. And trust me, guys, I get it. If you're busy, you're a dad, you're a provider, hopefully what I'm telling you right now is gonna, flip the switch. This isn't to sell you anything, it's just to drop some knowledge. And one of the things that helped me the most was intermittent fasting. It isn't a fad, but for me, it helped me survive. In just 2 months, I lost 30 pounds. My energy came back. My blood pressure got a little bit normal when I actually checked it. I had to wait till the headaches went away. But then when I checked it, I felt much better. And I remember my wife saying, your stomach is flat and it looks good. Here's what most guys do. Most guys, we think that we can actually outwork a broken eating schedule. And what we tend to do is we skip breakfast. We eat trash at lunch, and then we snack throughout the entire day. Guess what, guys? This actually wrecks your hormones. It causes your insulin to get out of control, and your brain will get in a fog. Most guys think that they can just work it out. They're just like, man, I'll just go hard in the gym. You're not going to be able to. You can't outwork a bad diet. I didn't realize it at the time, but my body had never had time to actually just reset. I was constantly feeding it at that time, and I was putting it under stress, and I was never just feeding my health. What I tell guys is, now, I'm not just a guy who did this once. I tell all the guys, I've been where you've been, and this is what pushed me to become the guy that I am, a men's health nurse practitioner. And I've helped thousands of guys optimize their energy, their hormones, and their performance. And intermittent fasting is still the first thing I go to every time I need to cut, or if I need to reset, or if I'm talking to any guy about their diet. I say, have you tried intermittent fasting? So let's break it down here. Here's how you start intermittent fasting in a way that actually works for guys like myself and guys like you. I tell guys, imagine you eat in a window instead of all day. When I started, I picked a simple window. My window was from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. I like that 8-hour time frame. I treat it like a job. That's it. No breakfast, a little bit of green tea or coffee, if that's your thing, water and electrolytes in the morning. Then I broke my fast at lunch. I ate dinner, maybe a snack, and then I repeated this over and over, and it worked fast. What I tell guys is start with 16-hour fasting time and an 8-hour window. Skip your breakfast. Eat like a grown man during your eating window, because that's the only time you're going to have. That means do your protein shakes. Eat healthy. I tell guys, imagine your body finally gets to burn fat, not just processed junk. So what happened for me personally was after 2 weeks, I woke up, my stomach was already feeling flatter. My cravings were completely gone. 2 weeks is about how long it takes for your body really to just adjust to this, to be honest with you. My insulin sensitivity started to reset after I actually got some blood work done. My body started to burn fat for fuel. I thought I was able to move better, sleep better. I just felt better. I tell guys, imagine how you're going to feel once you have control again. This wasn't about weight. It was the first thing I did as a man to take responsibility of my own body. No pills, no shakes, just discipline, structure, and clarity, guys. It is this simple. Fasting isn't starvation. I don't want you to think, man, I ain't for starve myself for 16 hours. It's intentional eating, and it gives men the structure they're often missing. And it's simple. That's why I know this works. If this hits home, watch my other video on what happens to your body when you actually start fasting. I actually go over the science of what happens inside your body. I just want to give you guys a personal story about how this helped me lose those 30 pounds in those 3 months. So I went down to about I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I actually fasted for a little too long, and I got down to like 157 because that's when my BMI was saying I need to be. And I have another video on why BMI is trash. Don't go by it. But I actually fasted for a little too long, so then I had to actually focus on putting on more weight. And now what I do is I bulk for about, just, you know, a little transparency, I bulk for about 9 months where I try to put on as much muscle mass as I can. Then I cut down for about 3 months, and then I put myself back into a maintenance phase where I try to maintain that weight for 6 months. Repeat that again. I bulk for about 9 months. I ain't talking about a fat or a dirty bulk. I'm talking about a nice, clean bulk where I put on some muscle mass. I cut for 3 months, so we got 9 months of bulking, 3 months of cutting, 6 months of maintenance, and then I just repeat that cycle over and over and over so that I can just have that bulking phase, put on a little bit more muscle mass. I like to stay between a weight of around 160 to 165 pounds. Sometimes I float around 170 during a bulking phase because, again, guys, I'm only 5'8", 5'9" on a good day, and I just try to maintain this weight. This is where I feel good. Wherever you may feel good may be for you, but this is how I did it to lose weight. If you've ever tried intermittent fasting and it worked for you, do me a favor. Put a comment down below or put an IF down below so I can know that this is something guys have actually tried. Just want to give you guys a personal story here on this Monday so you can know a little bit about myself and about the journey I took to become the man of health so that you can also become a man of health. As always, guys, I'm Chris with Man of Health Channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get started on this now.